Okay. What's up, everybody? Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla -2 and Godzilla The Ride Great Clash news and updates. In this one, we are jumping in. It is finally time. Godzilla -1 takes on his first opponent, and that is Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla 0, nonetheless. Today, we've got a lot to talk about, from press events to behind-the-scenes photos to figures and to details on the new Godzilla project from Takashi Yamazaki. So, let's jump into it. Sorry, uploads have been kind of scarce on the channel. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I am on set lately, so I don't have as much time to be working on these as I would like, which is why I'm going to get this one rolling. Starting out with some artwork like always, this first piece comes to us from Naruko, who shared his son's Minecraft Godzilla. A giant Godzilla had his son made in Minecraft sticking out of the water. Super funny. I always love to see when people do stuff like this and create Godzilla or whatever in Minecraft. I remember as a kid trying to create Godzilla in Minecraft, and I was trying to build him from the legs up, and I never made it past the legs. I built the bottom of the tail and the legs, and I could not figure the rest of him out. So this is very cool. I love the way he did the teeth, and obviously he's got Godzilla's cheek blasted off, regenerating, with the head sticking out of the water like in -1. This attracted the attention of director Takashi Yamazaki, who took the time to appreciate that the cheeks are regenerating, which I thought was very cool. It's so nice to see Yamazaki give this some praise. I'm sure that was very special for that child. Next up, we've got Gigan 1024896's Mechagodzilla Zero type machine beast G-Breaker. This is the new Mechagodzilla from Godzilla The Ride Great Clash, and now that we've finally gotten to see the design in more detail, he took a stab at this one to give it this wonderful art piece. It looks fantastic. I love the way he's done the coloring. You can really see it kind of has that Kiryu aesthetic in this artwork. I think it's super cool. Yugono Godzilla Yoshino was spotted at Wonder Festival, I believe. This was shared to us by Ponka 1954, and you can see in person here Mr. Yoshino with his Godzilla -1 Yugono looking fantastic, creating a physical prop of the -1 Godzilla is so cool. I really wish Toho would do a suit like that. That is so dope, and it shoots atomic mist, which is so amazing. Mr. Yoshino is incredibly talented. Oh man, how much I wish I could just sit down and learn from that guy for a day. That is so cool. I love it. Godzilla Mini Soft Vinyl Chronicle G70 Legends collection dropped. This new little mini Godzilla collection has 10 Godzillas in total. Toho, this is the worst way I've ever seen anybody count. I don't know why the numbers are labeled the way they are. That is so wild. But it comes with 5 -1 variants and 5 classic Godzillas. It's got Godzilla 1954, 64, 74, 84, and 93. We don't even make it out of the Heisei series. And then a series of Godzilla -1s, which look fantastic. In particular, I really like the GMK inspired one with the whited out eye. That looks awesome. But there's a couple different variants on sale. You can check the link in the description below for more details. 2U1107 shared some Wonderfest photos, including this amazing Omega Beast Godzilla 1995. That looks fantastic. Some, I believe, X Plus Defo Real Godzillas, and then whatever this is. What is this? This pressure damaged Godzilla Final Atomic Charge, I don't know, sculpt, garage kit, whatever this is. So the way Wonder Festival works, I believe, is that independent artists get to license their favorite characters or IPs or whatever, and they bring models of these things and they get to sell them at these festivals. So this one is somebody selling a Godzilla -1, and it looks so freaking phenomenal. The way that the pressure damage is going all throughout Godzilla's body, really highlighting a fact that Takashi Yamazaki really makes explicit in the novelization for -1, but not as explicit in the movie, which is that the pressure damage pieces of Godzilla are all the pieces previously wounded during his atomic breath strikes. This is just one of the most incredible Godzilla models I've ever seen. It looks so fantastic. So I really wanted to spend some time giving some love to it. I wish I knew who made it. But thank you so much to 2U1107 for sharing that. Mimito WS shared their Wonder Festival booth. This includes their Godzilla -1s. They've got a Godzilla -1 standing there looking pretty awesome. They've got the G from the -1 logo, and they've got a pressure damaged Godzilla of their own who's right about to get the Shin to the mouth. That looks fantastic. And then they've also got a little Bolton on display, which is very cool. And then my buddies over at Kokuryu Kobo shared their photo of their Wonder Festival booth, including a series of little goofy minas, as well as their insanely high quality Godzilla -1. This thing looks phenomenal. I really wanted to show it off because they put so much work into this thing. The sculpt is painfully accurate. The paint job looks incredible. This is just the peak of Godzilla models out there, so big shout out to Kobo. The Godzilla Caravan pop-up events have opened applications for their Hokkaido event this September. This is similar to Wonder Festival, where independent artists get to sell their independent figures, and the advertised figures are one of Godzilla with this very nice snowy color. He looks very mystical here, as well as that pressure damaged glowing Godzilla we talked about in the previous news and updates. Semi-related to the main topic, Ultraman The Ride, which I don't know if I've ever seen the poster this HD before. It looks fantastic. Ultraman taking on Zeton there. Very much inspired by the 66 series and very fun looking. I think it looks great. I haven't heard too many people talk about this one, but it looks super enjoyable. Also set during the Showa period with Ultraman fighting various kaiju around the Sabune amusement park. This ride is open alongside Godzilla The Ride, or at least it was. Ultraman The Ride has been suspended from August 1st until September 30th. I don't know why it's on pause right now, maybe to make way for Godzilla The Ride Great Clash? I'm not sure, but it is on pause at the moment, but it will come back this October. So they say if you want to come in October, you can ride the ride again. An early Godzilla The Ride Great Clash screening was held for 50 people on July 31st. This was a limited fan event, and by all reports, it went incredibly well. And then as they approached the release of Godzilla The Ride Great Clash over in Japan, Toho released a behind-the-scenes photo of Takashi Yamazaki doing some final touches on Godzilla The Ride. This is super cool. It's got Takashi Yamazaki in the booth editing the thing, and I guess we get a little bit of a view of how they edit these rides. They have this spherical view, which I suppose makes sense given that the screen is going to be so warped, you're actually not looking at all of that at once. When you look at it just normally, you're only looking at the front of it in front of you, and then it warps around the sides of you, which is pretty wild to think about, the fact that this is how they have to edit those things. It's kind of crazy. But it's got Godzilla fighting Mechagodzilla, and you've got Yamazaki there in the booth with some other editors in there with him, other VFX artists or whatever. It looks like this is the same behind the scenes studio booth, which makes sense considering it's being handled once again by Shirogumi, Takashi Yamazaki's VFX company. It looks like it's the same booth we very first saw in the Godzilla -1 behind the scenes picture with Takashi Yamazaki standing there. I would love to know how much he's learned from one photo to the next, how much he's changed and evolved as a filmmaker. I'll spend more time breaking down that image of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla in another video, but we do have a little teaser out of that now, so we have seen this in action, which is pretty sweet. For now, I'll just say it looks really cool. I'm very into the visuals of it. I think the fight looks fantastic. Godzilla looks really wild in it. I never realized -1's mouth could open that wide before, but I guess it makes sense. I think it does open about that wide when his atomic breath spews out. Either way, very cool stuff. And this gets into August 1st, when Godzilla The Ride Great Clash officially launched. It was officially launched in Japan, and so you can go to it now. If you're in Japan, you can go to it now. Unfortunately, I'm not there, so I can't go to it, but maybe someday. If everybody watching likes this video right now, there's a decent chance we can get out there and get some exclusive content of Godzilla The Ride Great Clash on the channel. As the ride launched, a massive press event was held, so I'll jump into the details of that now and break it down. First of all, we have this picture of Takashi Yamazaki at the premiere event, alongside the actress Riko Fukumoto. So this press event was held on July 31st, where Takashi Yamazaki and Riko Fukumoto were invited to the premiere for the ride. This was when they did that big 50 fan screening event. Riko Fukumoto is an actress in a lot of Japanese dramas and anime, and she's also the actress on the poster for Godzilla The Ride Giant Monsters Ultimate Battle, which is why she was selected to be here. They announced that this ride is currently open at the Sabune Amusement Park in Tokorozawa City, Saitama Prefecture, and they announced that this is a ride attraction that will shake your soul. Yamazaki speaks about how the sea sequences were extremely challenging, but the dedication from the team turned them into truly imposing visuals. I want to shout out Tatsuji Nojima, who's actually the VFX artist in charge of the water simulations on this ride. He did the same thing for Godzilla -1 as well. Yamazaki describes it as the scariest ride yet, and says he hopes it will shake people to the depths of their hearts. In the next video, we'll get more in detail about why he was saying that he thinks that it's the scariest ride, and he actually has a pretty good reason. But again, this is Takashi Yamazaki continuing his emphasis on the fear factor of Godzilla, which first, I suppose he started with Godzilla all the way back in Always 2, but really it continued with Godzilla -1 when he put such an emphasis on the despair upon despair that Godzilla causes. Now he's trying to create something that will shake you to your soul and to the depths of your heart, which is so freaking cool. I really hope he keeps up that energy leading into the sequel for Godzilla Minus One, where Godzilla will be taking on an enemy monster, and in doing so, I hope he doesn't make it all about the action spectacle and lean into the cheesy side of things and plays it straight, kind of like it sounds like he's doing here, where there's gonna be a lot of action and spectacle, but for us, the viewer, the emphasis is on the way we feel and the fear factor of seeing these monsters battle. I think that is a really, really cool way to go about a monster fight. We really haven't seen a lot of kaiju movies fully commit to that premise. Maybe only the Heisei Gamera films, GMK, and a few others. It gives me a lot of hope. He says he hopes people will have the best experience of the summer here and fall even more in love with Godzilla. Fukumoto describes the pre-ride showroom as a 360-degree room with video projections with live entertainers there that helped her feel a strong sense of the mission and excitement leading into the ride. Then the first 50 fans got to ride it, resulting in thunderous applause. They give a little synopsis here, nothing too crazy that we didn't know already, but it explains that guests take on roles as Godzilla observers for the Giant Creature Emergency Defense Force, aka EDGE, and board the Goose, a state-of-the-art drone ship that can travel underwater, on land, and in the air. You search the ocean for Godzilla, leading into a giant battle. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla's ultimate counterweapon, makes a completely original debut as the Mechagodzilla Zero-type Machine Beast G-Breaker. Guests are thrust into an ocean stage showdown between Godzilla and Mechagodzilla, resulting in overwhelming thrills and full-body splashes in the heat of battle. This ride was done to celebrate Godzilla's 70th anniversary with soul-shaking, breathtaking visuals, immersive sound, and ride motion. 40 elements include motion, wind, and water effects that were all painstakingly crafted. This is open on weekdays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. I saw some people memeing the fact that for the third year in a row, Toho is calling this the 70th anniversary of Godzilla, and this is the only place they recently, as I'll cover in an upcoming video, announced a 70th anniversary collaboration project with a Chinese studio as well. We already know this. I discussed this in my previous massive Godzilla The Ride Great Clash breakdown, that Toho considers this the ultimate conclusion of their 70th anniversary. Really, it started with Godzilla Minus One, continued with the actual 70th anniversary in Godzilla Kong the New Empire, and is now wrapping up here with Godzilla The Ride Great Clash. I guess we'll see if they continue to use that 70th anniversary thing leading into next year, but I wouldn't be surprised considering the 65th anniversary stuck around for a few years, and even before that the 50th anniversary stuck around for a whole decade, so I could see it happening. As we wrap up here, I owe some shoutouts to some viewers who supported my last Godzilla The Ride Great Clash video. Viewers including Nickel Penny 312, Jesse Montanez 4661, Big Raga 9M6W, Titanus Drawings Editor 024, Joku the Saiyan God, Baja Stupid Jack, Kaiju Not 4600, The Real Salvador 24, Ibishi, Scott All I Good 3696, Matthew SP 117, Scar King Godzilla, and Ace Gyakushu and Shin. Thank you guys all so much for supporting my last Godzilla The Ride Great Clash video. I cannot wait to continue this discussion in the next one. As always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. It is through the support of the patrons on Patreon that I'm able to continue to make videos like this for you. If you want to support the Patreon, you can use the link in the description below where you can get early access to content, access to the Discord community, and more. If that's not your thing, please consider joining as a channel member. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time for the next one. D-Man, out.